Yes, guys, we are back. We've just had Fight Night, Taira versus Park, and we're here to talk about it. We've had a bunch of fights in the past 2 weeks as well, and we have a bunch of fights coming up. So get comfy, tune in. Let's do it. Where do we want to start? I personally tuned in at pretty much at the main card, and there were some banging fights. I think we had scrap after scrap, so it was a really strong card. But to start us off, Angus, can you hit us with the start of the main card?
Kevin Vallejos, someone that a lot of people have been very hyped up about. He fights quite a lot like Ilya, and people think, oh, well, comparing him to the Ilya, sure. But the way that he actually fights, you see he's moving his head back and forth, he's moving all the way out of range with his shots. He doesn't look like he quite has the power that Ilya does, but he looks really dangerous. And I mean, he fought John Silva on the Contender Series 2 years ago. Only
Lost.
Really just lost the fight, yeah, but he didn't get flatlined like John Silva's been doing everyone. And he looked really good today. I mean, Danny Silva kept taunting for some reason. Like, he's losing all the exchanges and he keeps, like, emoting on him. I don't know what was up with that. But Kevin's definitely someone to watch out for. He looks really good. I would just like to see maybe a bit more, see what his grappling looks like. I mean, it looked quite good today, but if he's got a good ground game, he's definitely a scary guy.
Yeah, I agree. I was really keen. I had the whole Ilya comparisons in mind when I was watching. I can see it. I think it's fair. Just the movement and even the way he was walking down, it did have that Ilya-esque feel. And the fact that he's 5'7", yet quite built. But I agree, he doesn't have that same threatening power that Ilya has. And I don't think it's quite fair. I hope we do drop the whole Ilya comparison as he progresses, because if you compare him to literally the pound for pound, like,
yeah, it's a lot of weight on his shoulders.
He'll just look like a discount Ilya if we want to talk that way. So look, I'm keen for him to break out and really be his own fighter. But I can see the comparison, and I think there's a lot of potential there. So I'm keen to see where he goes. Who do you think he should fight next?
Oh, jeez.
I think he should fight Pitbull.
He's young.
I want to get him up there in the rankings. I was pretty happy with how he looked. I just want to see him have a good competition.
Yeah, well, someone who's going to wrestle him at least, I think.
Give him some tests. Like, it was really good to see him go 3 rounds today. Like, he didn't gas. He looked good. He was able to keep the pace up. I think, give him more fights. Like, let him develop his game, see how he's moving, because this is only his second UFC fight. Like, he's got a lot of time, and he's quite young. I mean, he's 24, maybe, I think, around there. Yeah. So, look, I mean, there's a lot of potential matchups that you could give him. Yeah, I mean, it's a stacked division.
It is, and I only say that because I know it probably would be fast-tracking him. He probably would like at least one more unranked fight, but I want to get some more names in the. I just want to. It's exciting to me having a contender coming up, so I really want to see. I just want to see him come onto the scene, and I think he could be that next guy. For the next fight, John, did you see the Brenner versus Ribovic?
I didn't have much to say on that one. The main thing I wanted to point out was I think it was cool that Neil Magny got a win.
Yeah, got another Neil Magny victim.
yeah.
I want to say I think it was the fight of the night.
Yeah, man.
It was a scrap. They were going back, and I thought Ribovic was really like putting it on him in the 3rd round on Brenner.
Yeah, man.
And Brenner was looking gassed, but then out of nowhere, in the last minute, like Brenner's firing some good shots, and it was just a real scrap. It was going back and forth. I think it was definitely Ribovic's win.
But I was surprised that the significant strikes were so close. It looked like Ribovic was like hitting him a lot more. His pace is really good, man. Like, it's a shame that he's stuck, on an Apex card, because he's so fun to watch. Like, it is good to have him with a crowd. Elvis Brenner as well. Like, Elvis Brenner, he's a legit guy. He gets hit a lot, but I mean, he knocked out Guram. That would have been 2 years ago, maybe. And Guram was a scary kickboxer that people thought was going to be the next big thing. He didn't really pan out like that. But I mean, Brenner's a savage. So you kind of knew that these guys were going to go to war, and that's what they did. You can't be mad at that. It's a shame for them that the next fight was then also such a banger, so that they might not get their bonus. But that was my favorite fight of the night for sure.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I saw that fight and I was like, oh, that's fight of the night. The next fight is just as much of a scrap in a different way, though. It felt. But before we get on to that, I do want to say I'm really keen to see what Ribovic will do from here. I don't know if it's whatever.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about. I'm really keen to see where he goes, and I really want to see him, because he's an entertaining fighter. I want to see him keep rising up. I want to see him against Money Moicano. I think that would be a fun fight. Up in the ranks, and it'll be fun.
Yeah.
That'll be the best way to put it.
I'd love to see Moicano, have his wars, talk shit, and then get beat up. But no, yeah, that would be fun, man.
I think
Moicano he's legit, but he's
he should just fight as much as possible, like every 3 months.
He's all about his money, man. He knocked back that $200K that he got offered for the class action lawsuit that the UFC.
I saw that. Yeah.
settled. Yeah. He's like, nah, man, that's against the free market. It's like, okay, fair enough. Do your thing.
So yeah, the next fight was also a scrap. It was Duncan versus Rebecki.
It's pronounced Raunbetsky.
There you go.
Raunbetsky.
There you go. The more you know. And it was another scrap. I was really shocked when I saw it was a lightweight bout. They just felt really big to me. It felt like a. But I realized it's because Rebecki is 5'7" and just chunky. So it makes sense. But it really felt like a slower, more sluggish fight after the more fast-paced fight we had just had before it. But yeah, it was a slugfest. I think it was close, but I think Duncan did deserve that win. So happy he got it over the line. I would also like to see him be up in fight someone ranked next, someone like Saint Denis, maybe. I think that could be booked. An interesting fight. Oh, he is.
Saint Denis, yeah, he's fighting Mauricio Rufi. That's gonna be a banger. That one.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
But if he could fight someone in the rankings, all right.
Renya Nakamura as well. Renya Nakamura with his little body kick that he got in the prelims. You got to mention that. He's so fun to watch, man. He really he dug his toes into his body with that kick. Like, that was brutal. And he's a funny guy as well. I like Renya Nakamura quite a lot.
I think I've seen the clips of him. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was funny, and you had that liver kick straight away. Onto the main fight. John, take us away. What did you think?
I guess my main takeaway is, man, those little guys are fast. The whole fight, they're just going crazy, dude. It's like fucking calm down. I guess it was only lightweight fights before that, so it's not like it was that big of a jump. It's not like we're watching heavyweights going into flyweight. It's like, but it seemed like such a big. They were fucking crazy, these guys. But I think it was. I think it was a good fight and very fast paced. Taira's win was really impressive, and I was listening to commentary after the fight. Bisping was suggesting. I think Bisping suggested that his next fight should be against Brendan Moreno, and I think Cruz suggested Joshua Van, but I think with Bisping here, I think Moreno's. I think that's a good matchup for both of them.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely Moreno.
Yeah, I think Joshua Van's probably going to get that title shot.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that just 100%. Seems the way that they're going with it. Because, when you've got a prospect like that,
it makes no sense to put anyone other than Joshua Van against Pantoja next. I think that fight has to be locked in. And I think, Moreno makes sense as the next guy. Taira just lost in split decision to Royval, so I don't think that makes much sense. I mean, it was split decision, but either way, I think Moreno makes a lot of sense. If not Moreno, you could Kai Kara-France. That could be another look. But I think Moreno is the right pick. And then winner of that fights winner of Van Pantoja. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I agree.
That's just classic Dominic Cruz. I feel like I kind of want him on the commentary more, because he just has some really strange.
He's got some great moments. Yeah. Yeah,
and it's interesting because he is one of the. I mean, one of the greats and possibly the GOAT of his division. But then he's on commentary and it's I think there's the iconic one where it's there's Khabib's on top of McGregor just pummeling his face in, and Dominic Cruz said something along the lines of McGregor's tiring out Khabib here using his face to.
Yeah, he's just tiring him out, and Joe Rogan goes, "No, I think he's getting smashed."
Yeah.
Or the one with the Rose Namajunas fight where he goes, "No, you can't lift there," and then Rose gets lifted up and dropped on her head and knocked out.
It's great. Yeah,
he's had
more of that.
He's had some bangers.
Yeah.
I mean, and what to do with Park? Obviously, he's just come to the UFC. It's hard to say now. I think I do want to see him fight again, because I don't feel like we saw all that much from him in this fight. But
he took it on short notice,
Yeah, he took it on short notice. I want to see him fight again. I didn't realize when I was doing my matchmaking, I forgot that Urseg is fighting in the next fight night. But I had written down fighting someone like Usyk, someone around that 10 ranked.
Usyk's got Eddie Osborne, doesn't he?
Yeah. Usyk is fighting next week. But I think Park fighting somewhere around that range would be good. So we could actually see a bit more from him.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought it was a really good card. I wasn't super hyped for it coming up, to be honest, but it really provided. So I'm pretty happy with that. Before we move on to the upcoming big fights with 319 and co, let's touch on quickly last week, Fight Night. Also,
do we have to?
Yeah.
No, there were some good things to touch on there. Some quick ones I just want to touch on. Shara Magomedov got a win. Wasn't, the most impressive win I've ever seen, but it was a win. So it's cool to see him get a win after his loss to MVP. I'd written down that I would like to see him fight someone like Paulo Costa. I think that would be really fun. I know Costa just got his win, but that will really give us a fraud check for Shara Bullet. He lost to MVP, but if he loses to Paulo Costa, then that maybe tells us he's not quite the contender people thought he was. Or if he can beat Paulo Costa, he's right back into those rankings. So that I'm interested to see that one. What do you guys think?
You could do
of that?
Gregory Rodriguez too. I think Bedtime MMA he said Gregory Rodriguez would be a tough test for Shara because Marc-Andre hit him hard. He got rocked pretty bad in that fight. I mean, a win's a win, but I don't know. I think he's going to struggle against Robocop. I don't think so. Is he?
Okay.
He might. I don't know. I don't think so though. I haven't seen.
Okay. Well, otherwise that is a good fight. That would make sense as well. But then onto a fight I know I was pretty keen to watch. Peter Yan versus McGee. Peter Yan looked great. There was just levels in that fight, to be honest. McGee, I think he's a good fighter, but there was just levels. He was not on that same level. What did you think of that fight, Angus?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty much exactly what everyone expected. Yan, as usual, Yan starting slow, but then builds into the fight and does enough to, get the win. He went for a couple submissions attempts. It looked like he went for a Kimura for a bit, which was good to see that he's building out his ground game, which is something that if he's intending to fight Merab again, obviously Merab's an animal, very hard to beat. But if he can at least try and throw up some submission attempts, maybe look a bit more dangerous on the ground, I think that could be something that would really elevate his game quite a lot. But yeah, man, it just looked like Petr Yan. He's doing what he does best. And he has to fight Sean O'Malley next, surely.
You reckon?
We need that rematch. Yeah, we need that rematch, man. That would be so fun.
If you think you would take that fight over the winner of Sandhagen Merab?
Yeah, I'm not that interested right now in Jan Merab again. I mean, if Sandhagen wins, sure, you could do that. I think that's a rematch that I would love to see. But I think Merab's probably going to beat Sandhagen. So let Petr Yan fight Sean O'Malley in the meantime.
I like that, man.
Make it 5 rounds though. Make it 5 rounds. Don't do 3 rounds again.
I was thinking like Umar potentially. That could be interesting.
Yeah.
But honestly, there's some good picks there. I didn't think about O'Malley, but that would be a fun rematch. I see Jan get his revenge, and he I think there's quite a fair chance. On to the main fight. John, start us off. Whittaker versus Derrida.
Yeah. Look, poor Rob, man. I feel like this fight, this is the second time this has happened. To me, watching this fight just felt like the same as the DDP fight. It's just I don't know, to me, obviously he's older now, but he still looked so fast. He still looked really fast to me, and it's clean, and there was in round 3 he had the knockdown early in the round against RDR. And you saw him just leap on RDR, and he was just he looked super fast and fresh, and you can tell he's hungry to win again. And he has mentioned recently he still wants to go for the belt. And seeing him there, I was like, man, maybe he can. But it's unfortunate. Yeah, obviously it ended in a split decision loss for him. But yeah, I don't know where he goes from here. Who's next for him?
Yeah, I've got some ideas. I think it is rough. When watching, I did think it was a really close fight. I thought split decision made sense, but I was thinking this is probably Derrida's win. Yeah, I'm not surprised at that. I think it was a win, but it wasn't. It's tough because it wasn't a blowout. Rob didn't necessarily look bad. Derrida just looked a bit better. So it's hard to say. What's next for Robert Whittaker? I think it's got to be the lower end of the rankings. I want to see someone like Roman Kopylov, maybe. That's someone he could fight. Vittori, maybe. But he can't really be going on that upper echelon of the rankings anymore, which is really sad. What do you think, Angus?
I mean, I'd be alright to see him fight Strickland. I think that's at least an entertaining fight. I mean, I don't know exactly where Strickland is in the rankings now. He'd be top 5, but I don't know.
Strickland's
4,
up there.
I think he's still he's 2.
He's 2.
2, okay. Yeah,
you
right.
can't really have him fighting Strickland.
No, I don't know. I think you can.
Well, and also I think the Strickland Izzy rematch is in the works, and if anything makes more sense.
I think they've been trying to set that up, but I know Izzy wants it really badly, but allegedly, Sean doesn't really care for that fight. But I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Well, why would Sean want to fight Rob coming off a loss?
But surely Izzy would have to fight down, rather than Rob. I mean, Izzy just got starched by Mamov.
Yeah.
And Rob fought a competitive fight against the guy that's probably going to fight for the title at some point.
You're not wrong. I mean, but Rob is coming off 2 losses back to back. It's tough. It's sad to see Rob get another loss. I think this really was a pivotal moment in his career. It's not curtains. It's not curtains. But he kind of needed that win to firmly get right back into that title picture. So we'll see what happens with him coming up. But it's a sad day for him. But on the other side of the picture, the Rider, who's he fighting next? The Ritter, sorry.
I think if DDP beats Hamza, I can see why they would do Dorita versus DDP straight off the bat, because that's a fight that a lot of people are very interested in.
Yeah.
I think realistically Hamza is going to beat DDP. I mean, we'll talk about that later. I mean, it could be Sean Strickland realistically, because Amamov's booked, Bahalio's booked.
I think it's Strickland.
If they want to do Izzy versus Strickland, I guess, sure. Dorita's not going to be fighting down, and realistically there's no one above there. I mean, if they book Izzy and Strickland and Amamov is already booked and Bahalio's booked, Dorita's going to have to fight, our 9, 10, 11 kind of rankings. And I don't think that really makes sense for him right now.
I agree. I think he should fight either Strickland or Izzy. Probably Strickland would be the best pick. But if not, then Izzy. That's still an interesting fight. And if none of them could, I wouldn't hate seeing him fight Brendan Allen. Brendan Allen's just coming off a win. They haven't updated his rankings yet, but I think he'll get up there towards like that sort of 6 range. I don't hate that.
I still think Dorita should be fighting a number 1 contender fight. Where I
feel like fighting for the belt is a bit much. Just sure, he beat Rob, which is awesome, but I think he needs to fight someone else before he goes for the belt. So I think Strickland is perfect fight.
Yeah, I think Strickland is probably the ideal one, but I can see an argument for let's rush him to DDP if DDP wins, because that's a funny fight.
Yeah.
And the trash talk would be funny.
Yeah. It would be the most ridiculous fight of all time.
Yeah, exactly. An anvil could drop from the sky onto one of their heads. You never know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, brilliant. Speaking of the DDP fight, we will get right to that. But right before we do, there is a fight night coming up in between now and then. We're not going to go too deep into it because it's a bit of a more shallow fight night. We'll give you a review of it next episode. But just coming up, let's give our quick predictions for the main fight. John, what do you think about this fight coming up?
I'm just going to say real quick, I have to mention on the last fight night, the Rob fight night, Bryce Mitchell getting the W over the Magomedov
over Saeed
and him the video of him saying that Saeed should go to Arkansas for 2-3 years is very funny. It was very funny.
After he got dropped stiff with that knee and nearly got finished. Yeah, Bryce loves to talk, hey?
Yeah. So yeah, shout out. Maybe not shout out actually, but
yeah, no,
just
a cool
Bryce
mention.
Mitchell exists still, so
yeah,
and he's still fighting, and he somehow just beat Nurmagomedov. So on paper, that's very funny. Anyway, I just want to acknowledge
anything can happen, man.
Yeah.
Still, though, that knee was clean. I'm surprised that he didn't get flattened with that. So yeah, next fight night we've obviously got Roman Dolidze versus Anthony Hernandez. Hernandez he's been on a tear. He's looking really good. Dolidze hasn't been on as much of a tear. I would love to see what the betting line is on this, because I assume that Hernandez is quite a heavy favourite. I mean, it just makes sense. Yeah, I'm going with Fluffy Hernandez on that one. I think, he's looking really good. I don't know whether he is someone that is going to be fighting for a title, but I think that someone like a Roman Dolidze should be a pretty comfortable night in the office for him. I mean, Dolidze's old, and he just had that fight with Vettori. He beat Anthony Smith, Kevin Holland. You know, like, these are decent fighters, but they're not contenders. Whereas, you know, Hernandez he had that win over Brendan Allen. He looked quite good in. Michel Pereira as well, who's a tricky guy, and that was a 5th round finish. So, you know, he's able to fight 5 rounds consistently, and he looked pretty good doing it. So yeah, I'd say Hernandez is probably the safe money there, which I assume is where the betting is.
It says on Tapology.com that Hernandez has an 89% chance of winning over Dolidze's 11%.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, Fluffy's paying $1.30 and Dolidze's paying $3.56.
It's like 75% think it's going to be decision, like 25 submission, and then like 10 KO or TKO.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think that makes sense. Look, I'm just going to ride the wave there, and I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna go Hernandez, but we'll talk about that a bit deeper in next episode after it's happened. Are there any other big fights on that card you want to touch on before we get to 319?
But you got Astro Boy, obviously, Steve Erceg. Now,
Ooh,
this
Aussie.
flight is at flyweight, but I swear on the card today it looked like they were saying it was at bantamweight.
It's on. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it on bantamweight on the UFC site.
Yeah. Okay. So Erceg is moving up. Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Not a bad call. He's coming up with a few losses.
Yeah. I think if he chooses to move up, that does make sense.
I mean, bantamweight's it's a hard division.
Yeah, but I guess when you lose 4 straight,
getting a different look. All right, let's get on to 319 coming up. Dricus du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev. Big fight coming up. We've been waiting for this one for a minute. I'm really, really excited. There's a few good fights below that as well. John, what are you most excited for this card coming up?
Yeah, there's some fun ones, especially in the prelims. You have Chase Hooper, funny young guy.
Ben Askren's son.
Ben Askren's son. Shout out. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see where he goes. I assume, because unless I'm mistaken, his last win was against Jim Miller, right? Was it?
Yeah,
I believe. And Jim Miller's like,
yeah. I mean,
that's a real
veteran.
Guy. Yeah.
the veteran of the UFC.
Yeah, I think he has the most wins, doesn't he?
Most fights. I don't know, most wins, yeah. Most wins in UFC history.
Which is crazy is that, so he won against Jim, obviously Jim Miller's old now, won against Jim Miller last, and he's still fighting against an unranked guy, so I don't know, I'd assume Chase has got this pretty easy now. For me, it's just more so like, I'm wondering if they're just giving him guys, because...
He's only 25 still.
Yeah. I wonder if they're just giving him guys so that he can just kind of stack up wins and be a face.
Yeah. Well, Hernandez is very, like, it's an easy... not an easy fight. It's a winnable fight for him, for sure.
Yeah.
Hernandez is very on and off. You know, he was meant to be the next big thing, and then Cowboy put him in his place all those years ago. But, I agree. I think it's a winnable fight for Chase, for sure. I think him moving up to lightweight, because he was at featherweight before, made a lot of sense. He looked very anemic at featherweight.
Yeah. Another one I want to mention here in the prelims is King Green.
Ooh.
In the past,
King Green.
I love King Green.
This is one of the few fighters that producer Jock knows.
Oh, hell yeah.
What do you like about him, producer Jock?
Every highlight reel you see of any other fighter, you see a clip of King Green getting knocked out.
He's had some unfortunate...
It's a poor guy. Some of the most impressive knockouts you've ever seen, he's the victim of. And he's in a lot of highlight reels. Wow, the last time he got knocked out was really funny. So, hopefully...
what a shot.
I love how he flips onto the octagon, like he runs in, does flips, and then like you skip forwards 10 seconds and he's on the floor, passed away. Yeah, I mean, when we watched... this would have been before the Pereira fight. We watched... against Ankalaev, we were all dying laughing because just watching the enthusiasm. He was like, he walks in with so much swag, he flips into the ring, and his record pops up, and it's like, I think it's close to 20 losses. It's coming up on 20 losses.
Yeah.
But no, he's awesome. I don't want to talk shit. Like, he's actually, I love him. And changing your first name from Bobby to King is pretty sick as well.
Pretty good.
And
his
he's
fight
up
IQ
against...
is just not great.
Yeah.
Trying to take down Paddy Pimblett and get submitted.
Yeah. And he is a thug jitsu guy as well, so I have to respect that. He's going up against an unranked fighter, so yeah, I'm hoping he can get a W. That'd be awesome. Yeah.
And he's the younger guy as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Ferreira.
Oh, wow. Okay, wow. Please, please do something.
Man, the young veteran.
Yeah.
And on the early prelims as well, you've got Brian Battle fighting, and he's always fun to watch. I mean, when he beat Jusset in France, and he goes,
"Hey, I know y'all didn't think the Butcher was gonna lose in a fist fight to a French dude."
and all the crowd's getting mad at him. He's fun to watch, and he looks like he's pretty good. I mean, since moving down to welterweight, he's looked a lot better for sure. So it's a good matchup as well. I mean, Rizabiev, he's a good fighter, and I think it's going to be a very fun fight to watch for sure. I mean, Rizabiev was someone that Joaquin Buckley fought, and people thought he's going to give Joaquin Buckley, a lot of problems. So, and Joaquin Buckley is a good fighter. So, Rizabiev is certainly no bum, and he's had a lot of fights, man. 36 wins. That's a good fight for Brian Battle to have, I reckon, at this stage in his career.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I think, there's actually quite a good few prelim fights in there. And then onto the main card, I would say it's on the more stacked side. I'm pretty keen for a lot of those fights. Starting off with Kai Asakura versus Tim Elliott. Which will be, that'll be pretty fun. I'm really keen to see that, because obviously Kai Asakura coming over to the UFC to fight Pantoja, which was pretty hyped up relatively, and it wasn't that exciting in the end. But I'm still keen to see what Kai can do. So I'm keen for that. And I want Kai to win, and I'm backing Kai in to win there from TKO probably. So yeah, I'm definitely picking Kai there. What do you guys think on that one?
Tim Elliott's been ranked for longer than I've been alive. He seems to just stay in the top 10 kind of forever. But yeah, Kai looks like a lot of fun to watch. He's trying those crazy flying knees against Pantoja. Unfortunately, he got submitted. Pantoja is a very good grappler. You can't really be doing all that crazy stuff if you don't have a game plan if you get taken down. But yeah, I'm very keen to watch Kai fight, and maybe we can finally shake Tim Elliott out of the rankings. But I don't know. He seems like he doesn't want to leave.
Kai's a very strong favourite for the fight. He's $1.28 to Tim Elliott's $3.60.
Yeah.
Yeah, bet. Well, he's currently Kai is ranked, I think, 15th.
Yeah,
which
but
his
debut was for a title though.
That's the thing. It's hard to put him. I guess it's just keeping them. They were just keeping him in the ranking. Didn't know where to put him, but I think if he can win this convincingly, he could shoot up in the rankings and be a name in there, which would be great because there's been a lot of rotation.
At some point, he could fight Manel Kape again, maybe, because he fought him back in Ryzen a long time ago, and he lost. But Manel Kape is around the top of the rankings. If Asakura can beat Tim Elliott, maybe put a couple more together, that could be a fight that we see, and that's always fun.
The next fight, Cannonier versus MVP. I had a long think about this one. I was going back and forth of who I think will win this one, because it's relative, there's a lot of similarity. I guess I didn't realize, but MVP is nearly 4 inches taller. Not a huge reach difference though, but still, in the end, I'm leaning MVP to come through with that win by decision, I think. But we'll see. It honestly could go either way, and I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm rocking with MVP for this one.
What are you thinking, John?
Yeah, I agree. I think MVP's. Yeah, I think he's doing very well. I think him beating Shara Bullet for me was like, all right, this guy's still great. Yeah, so I'm now in the near future I'm picking MVP until you never know, he could lose really embarrassingly. You never know. But I think for the meantime, yeah, MVP is a good pick. He looks very good. Yeah. And I think he was one of those guys that was moving around weight divisions a fair bit, right? I think he was.
He started out at welterweight, yeah.
Yeah.
And then gone up to middleweight.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully I think middleweight's a good spot for him. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I think the safe money is probably with Venom Page. He's going to be a lot faster, and Cannonier is old and slow. I mean, Venom Page is quite old too. But I'm feeling an upset there. I don't know. I think if Cannonier can kick his legs really hard, because he's got that really wide stance. And Cannonier in the Rodriguez fight, Gregory Rodriguez, he was kicking those legs a lot. I don't know if MVP is going to be able to hold up to it. I'd love to see if he could grab onto him, take him down as well. You know, his ground and pound is wicked. I think I'm feeling an upset there. I don't know. I think the Killer Gorilla, he's a beast, and maybe it'll look like the Diego Lima fight where MVP rushes in, he gets kicked, and you know he goes ass up and gets flatlined. But yeah, I think can't count Cannonier out, man. The safe money's with Michael Page, but I don't know. I wouldn't mind putting $5 on the side and just seeing where it goes.
Fair enough. Like, I'm not mad at that. As I said, I wouldn't be surprised if either guy won. So I think you could pick either guy and it's a pretty fair game. So fair play to you. Yeah.
I went 0-7 on picks last time, though. So.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll see. We'll see what your luck is like.
We'll see.
But on the next card, Jeff Neal versus Carlos Prates. Keen for that one. I'm keen for that one. Yeah. What are you thinking for it, John? What are your predictions? What do you predict?
Taking Prates, he's still great. Ian is just a cuck. So I think that's my opinion on Prates.
Bold.
I think he's still great. I don't know. People gave him a lot of shit for his last fight for being the first fighting nerd to have a loss in the UFC, and people gave him shit because his whole thing is that he drinks and smokes cigs. And then because he lost his last fight, everyone was like, "Oh, that's what happens when you drink and smoke cigs." But he won round 4 and 5. So it wasn't a cardio issue. His cardio was better than the vegan cuck. So I don't know.
I actually like Ian Gary.
Do you like him?
I actually do.
Oh, really?
Actually,
Okay.
I can't
That's
even
crazy.
lie. I know. They hated Jesus because he spoke the truth. I know. I get it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Ian Gary, like he's pretty. I think he gets a lot of hate, which
He does. Some of it's warranted.
I wouldn't say I'm
Which
the
I
biggest
pile on.
fan. I think maybe he's gotten maybe too hated at this point. Like, I think people have forgotten that he's actually a really damn good fighter.
Yeah, he is.
But he can be annoying.
I went out there and I fought Jeff Neal to a split decision. It's like, yeah, okay. Pack it in, buddy. But no, I think he's good. The Shove Cut fight was a lot of fun. I like that one.
That was very fun. Yeah, he made Shavkat look like, Shavkat was
human,
hyped up as, untouchable, and he looks completely human now. So completely changed the outlook for that. So shout out to your man's Angus. Ian Gary, shout out to your man.
My boy.
I would be claiming that.
No. But on this fight, I'm thinking Carlos Prates as well. I think when you watch Ian Gary versus Jeff Neal, Ian Gary was able to keep him at the kicking range and, stop him from advancing on his attacks. And I think Prates is going to be able to do the same. Prates is huge. I'd love to see him use his teeps a bit more. He's so flexible. Like, just send him straight down and stop Jeff Neal from doing anything. Because Jeff Neal, he tends to get pissed off and he kind of, drops his head a bit. I think Neal's going to struggle landing his shots, getting in close, similar to how he did in the Ian Gary fight. If Prates maybe just lays off the cigs a little bit, though. Or maybe after the fight.
Celebration.
Or maybe it makes him better. Maybe it makes him better, you never know.
Becomes the mythical... Oh, that'd be a cool new mythical fighter.
Yeah. Drunk Prates. I'm quite fond of Ian Gary, actually. I think he's good, man.
Yeah, he's
a
good.
Bit annoying.
He's just
good.
like... Yeah, he's obviously a good fighter. He just does... There's just something about him. Like, it's purely an outside of a fighting thing. It's just like...
He gets all the hate because of his wife, but like...
But also the...
Did you see warranted?
No, I think,
Did you see the JDM, the MMs thing?
I did. That was quite funny.
It was very funny.
Was quite funny.
Yeah.
And JDM goes, "Oh, I don't even know if that was his son." Yeah, look. If JDM was a bit more like on the mic, he would be so funny because he just doesn't speak much. But when he does, he's good.
He's kind of evil, dude.
He's kind of evil.
What the fuck? His wife is like a big deal. She hosted the Queen's Diamond Jubilee party. The fuck?
Wow. Yeah. She was like a sports commentator in England. You seen the clip of JDM with the nunchucks? That's tough.
No, I need to see that.
JDM with nunchucks.
They're like on a call about his next fight or something. He's just playing with nunchucks in his room.
Damn. Yeah, he's like if Volk was big and evil.
True. He is. Maybe that's what you need to defeat Islam Makhachev.
Yeah.
Bigger and more evil.
Yeah.
Are you telling me JDM could be the guy to beat Islam Makhachev?
Well, if big and evil's the move, maybe he has to be. Maybe this is the guy to avenge Volkanovski.
He can do it, man.
All right. Let's get back to topic.
And in the penultimate fight of 319, we've got the co-main. We've got the 34-year-old prospect, Lerone Murphy versus Aaron Pico on his debut. Lerone Murphy somehow staying undefeated just, doing his thing, winning them decisions. It's going to be fun to watch Pico into the UFC, though. He was one of the most hyped prospects ever before he'd ever even stepped foot in a cage. And then Bellator just kind of managed to make the worst business decisions ever, as Bellator seemed to do, and fed him to some killers and, killed his confidence a bit. But he's looked pretty good in his last few fights, so I'm keen to see Pico join the UFC with, maybe a bit more of a level head, more composed, and maybe he's the one to stop the 34-year-old prospect. But you never know. Lerone Murphy keeps getting it done.
I think he is going to be the one. I think he's going to give us a ripe KO. I think he's winning by KO, and it'll be fun. The O has to go.
Yeah, well, Lerone's slick, but Pico is, he's a savage. It's just the level of competition's different.
As much as, sure, I guess you could say, yeah, Murphy's a undefeated contender. I think Pico coming into the UFC, he's younger. It would be more interesting for his name to get thrown into the mix. I want to see him do well and join the ranks and see what he can do in the featherweight. So, brilliant. John, do you have anything on that one, or should we jump into the big fight?
Not really. I was just going to say, I don't know a lot about Pico, but I keep hearing his name brought up as one of the potential next fights for Volk.
Yeah.
So, we'll see how this goes. I think this is his name does get brought up a bit, so if he can prove himself with this one, then he's definitely got... he's in line for a title shot, I think, because, I know Volk kind of wants that fight a bit. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. And he's not going to get finished, which is, it's good for... Pico's had some bad KO losses. Lerone Murphy's not going to be someone who'd knock him out, I don't think. If he does, I will eat my hat. But I think it's a good fight.
Put that in writing.
Yeah, I will. I hereby solemnly swear I will eat, as far as humanly possible, a hat on the next podcast if Lerone Murphy knocks out Aaron Pico.
Wow, okay. There it is, folks.
That'll get us some views.
Yeah. You eating a hat.
We need him to get knocked the fuck out now. It'd be crazy.
I will eat it, as far as I can, obviously.
Just immediately throwing it up afterwards count as eating?
Yeah, an attempt.
Yeah,
okay.
I'll hold down as much as I can.
All right, guys, let's just get into it. The main fight. This is what we're here for. DDP Chimaev. Oh, I am hyped for this fight. I am hyped for this fight because it's, what do they say? Unstoppable force versus the immovable object.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa. John, what are you thinking? Do you have what are you predicting? What are you thinking for this fight?
It's going to be a lot of fun. Purely for me, it's so close. It could go either way. I think when this fight was first kind of because this was the fight that people wanted instead of DDP versus Strickland 2. And so during that whole era, I think I was a big supporter of the idea that Khamzat would maul DDP. I think that was because just fresh after watching the DDP Izzy fight, I think Jock, you're a fucking asshole. Wait 1 second.
What the fuck's he doing?
Being a fucking goof.
What is that?
Is that Derek Lewis?
You guys keep saying DDP, and it makes me think of EDP every time. There's this YouTuber who got caught for being a pedophile, and I just can't.
Yeah, we all know the EDP saga.
Yeah, lock in, bro. No, so I think you're watching DDP versus Izzy. I thought it was obviously Izzy got submitted in round 5, but I thought DDP looked sloppy. I think the submission happened because Izzy...
Welcome to DDP.
Yeah, it confused me.
Accidentally took him down.
Izzy hit him, and then he face planted to the floor and then grabbed Izzy by the ankle, and that's how he started the submission to win the fight, by landing on his face. At that point, I was like, Chimaev will kill this guy. But then, I don't know, since then, watching the Strickland rematch, seeing that he can consistently go the 5 rounds, and just, seeing how he can just ridiculously win everything for some reason. Plot armor.
He does have plot armor.
Yeah. I would, if I... In South Australia, we're not allowed to actually bet on UFC. It's illegal.
We can now.
Oh, we can?
Yeah.
As of recently.
Wait, since when?
Maybe a month ago.
Oh, fuck, really?
Yeah.
That's bad.
Crazy. They just sleep and release it again.
Oh, wow, okay. Awesome. All right, well, look into that.
Sweet.
So, I might put money on DDP winning here. A decision, probably. Purely just because I've seen him go the 5 rounds. Comes up. We've seen him be an absolute animal round 1, 2, absolute beast. But he's only really fought 3-round fights. So we're still not really sure what he looks like in those 4th and 5th rounds.
So yeah, if I have to bet money, I'm choosing DDP by decision probably.
Fair enough. I'm actually going to swing the other way. It's so hard to predict this fight, to be honest. It's so hard. Like, I want to pick one way, then I don't know. I feel like DDP would just get it through. But I'm going to stick with Hamzat here. I don't want to just bet on the Looney Tunes of DDP. It just feels like such a tricky bet to place. So I'm gonna go with the logical bet that Chimaev is going to win by submission. He's undefeated. No one has shown us aside from he did fight someone. Yeah. He didn't look as great against Burns, but other than Burns, like, no one has shown us weakness for him. So I think it'll be an interesting fight, but I'm going Chimaev by submission. What are you sitting with, Angus?
I think Du Plessis is going to be hard to choke out. I feel like he's kind of a Volk type guy that his neck is very thick and strong, and he kind of will just find a way to keep breathing anyway. Hamzat's cardio is, I guess, going to be the big question, but he's changed his training camp around a lot. I mean, he's training at very high altitude now in Russia, and I think he could end up winning a decision. I don't think he'll look as good in the last few rounds as he will in the start, but I can see him keeping the pace up. I mean, the Gilbert Burns fight, obviously, was only 3 rounds, but that was a very high pace, and he won the last round. He was still, throwing good shots, and he wasn't wrestling in that fight. He had to do that all on the feet. If he's able to get maybe 2 rounds of control time where he's not using as much energy, I really do think he could look better in the later rounds than a lot of people think. Hamzat by decision is not, I don't think it's ridiculous to say that, because I don't know if you can actually choke out Du Plessis, because he's just, he's got plot armor. What are you going to do? He has plot armor.
That's a good point. Like, I haven't thought about that. Yeah, he does have a thick neck, Yeah. But at the same time,
and you can't armbar him. Like, look at him.
True, you can't. But like Chimaev is different though, right? Like, he touched Rob for a second and broke his jaw. Like,
yeah, that is true.
You know what I mean? If anyone is going
that power
to,
must be crazy.
If anyone's going to make DDP submittable, it's going to be Chimaev. He's the guy for the job.
He's a beast.
Either way, I think no matter what happens, we're going to be surprised by the outcome. So I don't see a way this fight's going to be boring. I think it'll be interesting, and there'll be a lot of discourse to have afterwards. So stay tuned for that. We'll be releasing an episode right after it, so stay tuned for the response. But other than that, guys, do we have anything more to say on that card?
I mean, Edson Barbosa's fighting, that's fun.
All right, well, with that being said, we're going to move on to our next topic for the episode. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to be reacting to one hot take for every UFC division. So we're going from heavyweight division and going down through the division. Starting off, for the heavyweight division, Tom Aspinall will never reach GOAT debates due to a lack of competition. What do you guys think?
It's not the worst take. I mean, the competition that Stipe fought was definitely better. The heavyweight division is probably in the worst spot that it's been in a very long time. I mean, you've got Teixeira getting knocked out by Derek Lewis in 30 seconds, which is the last thing that we ever wanted to happen. I guess the thing is, if Tom is able to just keep destroying people, it's going to be hard to say he's not the best heavyweight to ever do it, but he's not going to be beating the same level of talent, unfortunately, because he's already beat half of them.
Right? I think it's the same reason why Pantoja doesn't get as much respect as he probably deserves, because the competition just hasn't been as good. Or same as, well, actually, to be fair, if you think about Mighty Mouse's,
better than it was.
He does get.
Now he does. Yeah, back in the day he didn't.
Yeah, I guess the difference is he's just a round 1 finisher guy. If he keeps doing that, if like he's keeps getting opponents, and for the next 5 fights they're all just round 1, round 2, round 1. And he's just winning constantly at like that fast pace the way he does, then I think that puts him in GOAT debates. If he's like holding the champ status, but he's like for some reason becomes like a decision fighter, gets a lot of decision wins against people in the division, then I think that tarnishes his legacy a bit. But I think if he just keeps giving people and getting given people and just he's knocking them out, finishing them the way he does, I think he's up for GOAT debate for sure.
Yeah, like I feel like caliber wise he deserves to be in GOAT debates, but don't know if he ever will be able to. So I think it's a fair take. I think it's hot, but I think it's fair. Next take. For the light heavyweight division, Yuri Prohaska is too reckless to ever defend the belt more than once.
I mean, yeah, he is a crazy guy. I think I don't know if reckless is the word. I think he just has an interesting style, and I think he wants to entertain as well. I think that's a big part of his character persona thing, is whatever you want to call whatever he has going on. I don't know if that's actually him or if...
I think it is. I think he's just like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have scrolled through his Instagram. That's him.
That's him.
That's just what he does.
Like that. Yeah.
Good on him.
I mean, before Pereira, he was undefeated, right? Before Pereira?
I think
he was on a big streak at least.
Yeah,
Okay.
in the UFC, I can't think of who he'd lost to before that.
Oh, in the UFC,
because I remember he rolled Reyes. Yeah, but he had some losses in Ryzen.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess the bigger question is, does he get the belt again?
I think that's tough. Maybe not. But if he ever did get the belt, I kind of agree with the take of, unless they give him like poor opponents, he'll never have a long streak. I don't think he'll defend like a long title. Just because, he is.
It depends who he's going to have to fight.
Yeah.
You know, like if he's fighting a Carlos Olberg, I don't think he's getting starched. If he's fighting a Khalil, could go either way. But if he's fighting a Pereira, that's the worst thing that could happen.
Well, yeah.
Pereira's just the worst matchup he could ever have gotten.
Next one, middleweight. Anderson Silva's title run looks weaker in hindsight. He was fighting in a shallow era. Do you guys agree with that?
The level of competition was obviously not what it is today, but he was certainly so far ahead, I think, of people that it made it look even shallower. You know, like Forrest Griffin, you know, legend, but not... You know, Forrest Griffin is not someone that would be at the fighting for a title today. But, you know, Anderson still did what he did. I don't think you can look on it and say, it was a shallow division, so it's not as good in hindsight. I mean, you could say that about Mighty Mouse. The flyweight division was very bare back then, you know. But the way that he was doing it showed that he was so far ahead of everyone that he's fought. Same with Amanda in the women's divisions, you know. He's just a special talent.
I feel like it's tough because I think you're right. I think the statement is inevitably somewhat true just because the division has gotten stronger and fighters have generally gotten better. But I don't think that should take away from how we view him, because you could make the same argument, well, if he was in the current day, then he might even be more advanced, right? So I don't think it should take away from his legacy. A lot of people put him in the top 5, and I think he should be there. But I think there is some truth to, I guess, the competition compared to even recent years middleweight divisions is kind of fair.
There is no shame in losing to Chael Sonnen. It happens to the best of us. He was undefeated after all.
Next one, we have the welterweight division. The welterweight is about to have its second golden era, and this one might be better than GSP's. John, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have thought it either, but it felt like not that long ago the big fight was Bilal versus Leon Edwards. Like, what the fuck was that, you know? Like, that was the star fight of the division. Like, how the mighty have fallen. But no, yeah, looking at it now, yeah, we've got like JDM, Islam, Brady, like it's all of a
Anx's
sudden
boy,
become like
Ian Gary.
Oh yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
Prates,
Shavkat.
yeah. It's like it's all of a sudden it's just blown up, and it's like, where did these guys? Why are Bilal and Leon even being talked about? Like, what's like these guys are awesome. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
JDM and Islam,
Usman's
what a
still
fight.
there as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's
Like
doing well.
You know, he came off a win. I mean,
Yeah.
there is also a world where Ilya at some point is in the division. I don't think he should be, but like,
Could you imagine?
It's possible, and like, you know what I mean. Like, there's a lot of the divisions on the up, out of nowhere, as you said. Like, we just had Bilal and Leon. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm pretty fond of that take. I think that's right on the money. Next take for the lightweight division. If Ilya Makhachev
Ilya Makhachev. No! What a fighter.
Oh my
Don't let them make
The
Ilya
ultimate.
Makhachev.
I've got it. If Islam Mud... Oh, I don't know how to say his name. I don't know why.
No, all right, you're off the mic, John. You got this.
Okay. If Islam Makhachev stayed in lightweight, he would become the division GOAT he is already better than Khabib. Interesting. Yeah, what do we think, Angus? What's your thoughts on that?
He's a better MMA fighter. I think he's a lot more well-rounded. And I think you could make an argument that he already is the lightweight GOAT, just based on, what he did. I think he fought tougher opponents than Khabib had to, and he made Charles look silly. The Moicano fight was a bit of a meme. I would have loved to watch him fight Arman again, but I think, if it's not him, then it's Khabib. And I think Islam fought better competition.
I think that's fair. There's definitely a case for that, and I think, I agree with that. If he did stay in the lightweight division, it would become undisputed. He would be the undisputed lightweight GOAT. Yeah, I agree. As an MMA fighter, better than Khabib, but
he's more well-rounded.
That I don't think it should take away from Khabib. Like, I think wrestling
he's still beast.
And alone, and I think Khabib still looked less beatable. Because we just didn't see it. Sure, if he fought some of the people Islam fought, maybe a different story. But I don't think it should take away from who he is. But yeah, I agree with this take. I agree.
As a fighter, Ilia Topuria is everything that Conor McGregor was meant to be.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many similar comparisons there. Some may argue that it's on purpose by Topuria and that he studies McGregor and he's obsessed with him and wants to beat him.
Studies him, bro.
The number one fanboy.
Did you see the meme of when McGregor's Schmeat got leaked? People posted the gif of Iron Man with a hammer and saying Topuria making sure it bends the same way as McGregor's.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Unfortunately, I did see that. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's definitely a good comparison because he defended the featherweight belt. He did the same thing McGregor did, had the win over the dominant, arguably the go-to-division champ, and then unlike McGregor kind of just dipped. He said he would give Aldo a rematch, but he didn't. He just kind of dipped. Whereas Topuria stuck around and defended against Max Holloway and knocked Max Holloway out. It's fucking insane. So yeah, I think that image of McGregor and who people think McGregor was, I think Topuria's kind of shown that he's done it and more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think he's certainly had a better career. I think though, it's not to discount what Conor did do. I mean, Conor was who he was, and his performances were incredible. That Aldo fight was... Who would have thought that he would have knocked out Jose Aldo in 13 seconds? No one, As a story, McGregor is still, one of the best storylines. It's just unfortunate it ended up the way that it has. Now you got Azealia Banks posting him on Twitter.
Yeah.
But hopefully Ilya doesn't end up partying too much.
Yeah.
He can have a little bit of party, but maybe not as much cocaine.
Character-wise, he seems like he won't. And I think Ilya has made it clear that he plans to be here not for a long time, like a good time, not a long time, right? So I think he'll get in, be incredible, and then get out, leave potentially. I think there's a high chance he leaves undefeated, and that's that. Great career. So I agree with this. I think
he's going to be fighting some tough boys, though.
We'll see. But I think he could be the guy for the job. Next one. Bantamweight division. Brab is already the bantamweight GOAT. He won't lose to anyone currently in the bantamweight division.
Yeah, it's probably true. The bantamweight GOAT discussion, no one agrees with me on, because people either say it's Dominic Cruz or Merab, but I still think it's TJ Dillashaw. But anyway, that's a whole nother conversation.
Wow, really?
But But Merab is just... He's on so much EPO. Well, that's an allegation, but I think he is.
Allegedly.
His cardio's just gotten so good out of nowhere that he's unbeatable. You can't beat him. There's nothing you can do. Yeah.
He looks
He is
unbeatable,
definitely
man.
the GOAT at bantamweight. Yeah.
I think the
No one's
only
touching
window I can see where you could have an interesting fight is if Pantoja wanted to move up. I think that'd be pretty fun. But
Yeah, that would be fun.
I think he's said that he doesn't want to do that. Fair enough. I don't think he'll lose to anyone currently, at least in the bantamweight division. So whether or not he's the GOAT, I think he'll end up being, just because he's so unbeatable. No one's going to beat him. I think by the end of his career, he will be.
The one to beat him was probably Aljo, and they were never going to fight.
Yep.
Next one. For the flyweight division.
Even if Pantoja keeps winning, he will never surpass Demetrius Johnson's reign as the division GOAT. I think there's truth to that, honestly. It's I don't know, I feel Pantoja's great, but I don't know. DJ has just had a reign over that division that's never been seen before. And the fact that as soon as he lost that belt, he lost it to not an embarrassing knockout or anything. It was a split decision loss.
Yeah.
He lost it, and then he moved to one division and took the flyweight belt from them, the champion over there as well.
and defended it. So I don't. It's just like he's just such like he's possibly the greatest, one of the greatest MMA fighters of all time. So it just puts Pantoja in a weird spot. And for me, I think if he wants to surpass DJ's legacy, he's got to do the move up. Yes, I don't know. Right now, it seems like he just wants to keep clearing out the division, same way DJ did. But if his goal is to surpass DJ and his legacy, I think he's going to have to do the move up and fight. Or I don't know. I don't know
if
what you can do there, really.
I think that's fair. If he moved up and beat Merab, there's a case, right? Like that just makes him look. That makes him look unbeatable, right?
Yeah. But then, would that factor into him being the division GOAT? Because if he's winning a bantamweight,
I think it shouldn't, but I think it would. I think people would look at him differently if he did go up and then beat Merab. I think people would just throw that extra respect on his name and be like, "Wait, yeah, that guy was that good."
I suppose Mighty Mouse never wanted to fight TJ, so if Pantoja goes up and fights at bantamweight, maybe you do look at that slightly differently. So for women's bantamweight, we've got Amanda Nunes only lost to Pena for fun, and she'll reclaim her title against Kayla Harrison. The first part of that statement is objectively true. She did lose for fun, because again, there's no world where Juliana Pena beats Amanda Nunes in a fist fight. Against Kayla Harrison, it depends if, Amanda still wants to get in that headspace to have a real tough fight, or whether she's kind of, happy to stay retired. Because Kayla Harrison is a beast. Amanda's fought beasts before, but Kayla Harrison is huge, And those judo fighters that, they're made for Olympic medals.
That's a fun fight, man. That's a fun fight.
Yeah.
It was looking like there was on both sides interest, but I hope it does happen. Nunes doesn't have to do that, but I hope it does happen. I think that'll be very, very fun. Do you agree with that one, John? Yeah,
I do. I think Kayla's just Nunes is great, possibly the GOAT, but Harrison's just she's the female Merab, bro. She's got to have something in her system that's not right.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
She did fight Chris Cyborg though, who Dana said looked like Vanderlei Silva in a dress and heels at one point. So she's used to it, I guess.
For the next one, for women's flyweight, Valentina Shevchenko was protected during her title run.
Protected from what? Like God or?
No, protected as in not given hard opponents.
From Jeebus.
Well, I don't know. I mean, she had to fight Amanda at one point. That's pretty difficult. She fought Joanna Jędrzejczyk and she beat her. I mean, Joanna's a beast. I think part of it is going to come down to level of competition and who's available at the time. But I don't think that she was specifically shielded in any way.
Do you think bad take?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's awesome. I like her.
Fair. I don't think that, do you reckon she's the flyweight GOAT? Who do you think's the flyweight GOAT?
Yeah.
I think as she should be, right? I don't think I think that's fair. So I think I don't agree. Last one, women's strawweight.
Zhang Weili is the only fighter who might surpass Nunes as the female UFC GOAT.
Well, Amanda had the luck on her side that she could fight at 35 and 45 so that she was able to defend two belts at once. Partly because no one else was going to fight at featherweight. It was a division kind of made for Chris Cyborg and her.
Yeah.
Zhang is obviously great, but I think Amanda's body of work and just the utter dominance that she had over those two belts is going to be hard for really any female fighter to surpass.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet that she would do it. I don't bet that she would be surpassed. But do you think she has the best odds to do it? If anyone's going to do it, do you think it might be Zhang?
Well, I mean, I guess you could think, other than that, second place would probably be Shevchenko based on body of work, and she's already lost to Amanda twice. So I suppose if we're thinking about fighters that are around now, it's possible. But, I mean, she lost to Rose twice, and Rose, hasn't really stayed in the upper echelons of the division. I think she's a great fighter, but I think Amanda's pretty hard for anyone to get close to.
So probably not right. Probably not right.
Until until Brock Lesnar's daughter joins the UFC and becomes the first 3-division champ.
No, she'd have to fight at women's welterweight, dude. She's insane. She's massive.
Yeah.
That's definitely Brock Lesnar's daughter. There was no doubt about that.
No, dude, she's jacked.
She is jacked. She does shot put, I think, which just makes so much sense.
That makes sense. All right. And with that being said, you know what it is? It's time to move on to tap out time. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be doing UFC 20 questions. You need to guess which fighter I'm thinking. I'm thinking of a fighter, and you ask me questions. You have up to 20 questions, yes or no questions, and you need to figure out what fighter I'm thinking of. And it can be a fighter who's fought in the UFC at any point. Don't have to be current. Could be current also. You guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Fire away.
Do we want to do, like, I do the first one, you do the second one, Angus? Like, go.
Yep.
You just work with the team. It's whatever.
Okay. Are you a male?
Yes.
Are you still fighting?
Yes.
Are you welterweight or heavier?
Yes, I am.
Are you ranked?
Yes.
Are you light heavyweight or heavier?
No. It's lighter than that.
Are you a top 5 in your division? Assuming that like champ is 1, count champ is 1.
Or
and
count champ is one? No, he's not.
Okay. Okay. Fuck. Is he? I just want to lock the division down. Is he middleweight?
No, not middleweight. That leaves one division.
Welterweight.
You go
Welterweight.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Is he European?
No, not European.
Okay.
I think you've asked 7 or 8 questions.
Is he coming off a win?
Yes, he is. He did win his last fight.
Can I guess?
You can guess. It just counts as a question. Yeah.
Kamaru Usman.
This is Kamaru Usman. You got it.
Oh.
I was getting nervous
Sweet.
there for a moment,
Sick.
but nah, you pulled through.
Woo!
Just had to lock it
Alright,
down.
you got it.
20 questions is a lot.
It is. Like, you should get
We
it.
could have
in
gone
10.
if we
Because you got it
say
in 9.
if you figure out the division, you can just go down like, is it this fighter, this fighter, this fighter, this fighter, this fighter?
I guess, but that was because it was someone who's currently ranked. Like, if it wasn't, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. UFC. 20 questions. I have a fighter in mind. You've got 20 questions to guess who I'm thinking of.
Are you currently fighting?
Yes.
Are you a male?
Yes.
Are you older than 30?
Yes.
Are you welterweight or below?
Below.
Okay.
So the answer would be yes.
Yes.
Okay. So we know below welterweight. Are you ranked in the top 5 of your division?
No.
Interesting. Are you European?
No.
Are you bantamweight or higher? Well, are you higher than bantamweight? I'll ask.
Yes.
Okay, so
Lightweight or
featherweight
featherweight?
to... Yeah, lightweight or featherweight.
All right. Well, are you a featherweight?
No.
Okay, so a lightweight.
Okay.
Not in the top 5.
And he's not European.
Not European. Are you currently ranked?
I think the answers are no. Yeah, it's a no.
I know who it is. Currently fighting.
Have we asked if he's come off a win or if he's?
No, that's a good question. Ask it.
Did they win their last fight?
No.
Okay. Unranked lightweight.
Oh, watch it be someone from today.
Yeah, I was always thinking like, have they fought like in the last few months or something?
Oh, that's a good question. Have
Go
they
ahead, man.
fought in the last month?
No.
Okay.
Damn,
Unranked
we're up to
lightweight.
10, I think.
Who's not European?
Man, I'm stumped. All right, I'm just going to ask
No,
the
good.
question. I'm just going to say it straight up. Are you white?
No.
Oh, this is hard, man.
So, are they Brazilian?
No.
Okay. So it's
Have you...
probably USA.
That's 12,
Probably
man.
USA.
Frick. Why is this hard? Are you known for your striking?
I wouldn't say known.
Okay. That's 13. Angus, we actually might lose this. We're going to lock in, dude.
Yeah. I'm just trying to. Yeah. Are they from the USA?
Yes.
Okay. Would he have done like a King Green?
Wait, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
Wait, no.
Wait,
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's fine. He hasn't fought in the last month.
Hold on, let me just narrow it down real quick.
Oh, he's kind of known for his striking though.
But he's kind of known for his striking.
Under
Under 30.
did
no.
we say under 30? Did we?
I asked under... No, he said he was over 30 when I asked.
Over 30.
Wait, John, when I asked, did you say over 30?
I did, yeah.
He's over 30. Okay. Is your fighter King Green?
Yes.
Bang!
Yeah, for this guy right here.
Gosh. Dude, I was stressing. I really didn't think we would have that. Why was that hard? Damn it. Good pick.
Thanks,
All
Rob.
right. Last
King
one,
Green.
Angus.
UFC 20 questions. Which fighter am I thinking of?
Is your fighter currently fighting?
Nope.
Are they a male?
Yes.
Have they ever been champion?
Yes.
Are they welterweight or heavier?
No.
Were they known for being bantamweight or lower?
Yes.
Is he American?
Yes.
Is he white?
Yes.
Does he have invisible eyebrows? Okay, silly
You
question.
could argue that. You could argue that.
Oh, has he fought in the last 5 years for the UFC? In the UFC?
Yeah.
Okay, so he retired in the
Okay.
last 5 years, was champion.
I think I've got it.
Who?
Are you talking about TJ Dillashaw?
Yes, I am.
Yes.
He
Just
really
those
does
eyebrows,
have
man.
invisible
Yeah.
eyebrows, doesn't he?
Shocked that that's so early. He like leant over to me after you said he was American, and he's like, "Google TJ Dillashaw."
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Good pick. All right, and the last thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be reacting to DDP memes.
Yeah, got a bit of that. DDP is very Van Damme-esque.
There is a non-zero chance that he actually does. He
Yeah.
does a triple backflip in the air and...
Oh, fuck. Oh, my God.
Let's go. Yeah.
Oh my god.
A real possibility.
fuck.
The comments under the DDP versus Chimaev poster. DDP by That's All, folks.
Where's the comically large hammer?
That's what I think. I think that's how he will win. Obviously, he might win
Yeah.
by accident. My favorite one is
Yeah.
Drickus by a series of unfortunate events.
It's all
my
possible.
gosh.
I like the anvil too. Well, Dricus does have a brother. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, true. What's his
Do
Neil?
they look this? Do they?
Yes, Neil.
They look. Yeah.
Yeah, Neil. It's kind of like Izzy's brother and him. Like Neil's a little
Right.
bit bigger, but
Oh, you know what? Possible. Could happen.
well, are we sure that Dricus doesn't have the Force?
He might. Yeah.
Volk has the Force. Have you seen that?
Volk
does.
does have the Force, so maybe
Yeah.
he's taught Dricus the Force.
Yeah.
You know,
could've-
it could happen.
I saw a guy do this in a toothpaste ad once. Ta-da!
Or he'll cut a hole in the...
He'll cut a hole in the ice. Last one we got. Drickus the type dude to smell a pie and start floating towards it.
Facts, bro. That's also a possibility after the fight, maybe. Post-fight press
Looney
conference.
Tunes
True.
ass.
Have you seen the him versus 400 Alexa Grassos?
Yes.
That
Oh,
was
that's
good.
great. Anyway, guys, that is all from us. Thank you for watching. You'll be hearing next from us after the 319 card, and we'll be coming through with our responses to that. Really keen to see who actually comes out on top, DDP or Chimaev. I think we're all waiting and holding our breaths. But with that being said, I think that's us done.
Peace.
Peace.